Hey guys, in this video, I'll be going over my final overall thoughts on Winter Storm Gail just before now the storm is going to be starting up for most areas here in the northeast of New England. We're going to be first looking at the National Weather Service's overall map of the United States, particularly looking at, of course, the northeast New England areas. You can see where winter storm warnings, winter storm watches, winter weather advisories are all up. Even coastal flood warnings, coastal flood advisories, gale warnings are up for particularly the coastal areas like New Jersey, New York City, Long Island, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, particularly southeastern Massachusetts. So, yeah, this is going to be a really, really big and most likely very impactful storms, particularly with snowfall totals in lots of areas. Again, I want to say that for a big chunk of areas, particularly in Pennsylvania, into even portions, I would say, of New York State, southern New York State, and even into the New York City, Connecticut, portions of Long Island, Rhode Island, and even maybe in some areas in southeastern and eastern Massachusetts could see 1+ feet of snowfall. Even some areas could see nearly 2 feet, maybe a little more than 2 feet of snowfall, I think. But that will likely be more zoned to more of the central and eastern portions of Pennsylvania areas, particularly northeastern Pennsylvania, I would think, for the moment as of right now. But this is really the final time before the storm really starts to impact most areas here in the northeast New England. Snow has already started up for portions of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Northern Virginia, Maryland. So the storm's already starting to impact some areas. In fact, let me zoom in. I'm going to zoom into the New York City area. And you can see winter storm warnings are in effect. Gale warnings are in effect. Well, actually, the purple is storm warning. Yep. And then high wind warning there for, you can see, is that gold color right down there for about the central Jersey coastline there. There's gale warnings in effect for these lighter pinks here along the water, along the coastal regions of Connecticut. New York City is included with that. And even, I think, pretty much all of Long Island is also included in that. Let's show you the snowfall potential. You can see they're thinking 12 to 18 inches of snowfall generally for New York City, that portion, that very northern and eastern portion of New Jersey, right near New York City, the very more northern and central portions of Long Island, getting towards New York City. All of southern Connecticut looks to see about 14 inches of snowfall, and same thing with New York City and most of these areas, 14 inches, 15 inches of snowfall there for more like north central, northwestern New Jersey, very northwestern New Jersey, and some portions of southern New York State. Look to see around 15 inches of snowfall. Lighter amounts there along the southern coast of Long Island, and particularly even very far southeastern coast of Long Island looks to see even very less amounts of snowfall. And that is due to the fact that I think there will be some mixing issues, particularly for that region of Long Island, and even maybe in towards potentially the highest for Connecticut for mixing issues will be more for the southeastern coast of Connecticut. So there's that, looking at that. You can see in these bullet pointed list here from the National Weather Service. It says winter storm warning is now in effect throughout the entire region of the tri-state area. Much of the region will see 8 to 12 inches of snowfall, with areas near New York City and Northwest seeing 12 to 18 inches of snowfall possible. And you can see that's generally what they're forecasting, more towards that 12-inch mark than 18-inch mark, but still, between that 12 to 18-inch mark, more around that, 14, 15 inches of snowfall is likely for that New York City area and areas to the north and west. Even areas to the north and east towards southern Connecticut as well, likely we'll see around 14, 15 inches of snowfall. Blizzard-like conditions are possible, especially closer to the coast late Wednesday into Thursday. That's, again, due to the fact that we're going to have sustained winds around 25 to 35 miles per hour and gusting higher than that to even 50 miles per hour. Areas of coastal flooding along the shore, dangerous conditions on the waters with the high seas and strong winds. So, again, this is going to be a very, very impactful storm for the tri-state area around New York City, including New York City and even around New York City, even into all of Connecticut, particularly southern Connecticut and southwest Connecticut. Now, here's another thing I want to point your attention to. This is the overall SPC severe weather outlook for today. You can see there's a marginal slight risk there for the Outer Banks and very eastern portions of North Carolina, because they're experiencing the rain side of this storm. They'll likely see severe thunderstorms from this. But you can see the general thunderstorm risk even extends up into New Jersey, New York City, Long Island, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and southeastern Massachusetts. That's due to the fact that when the kind of the height of the snowfall and the storm really comes through this region here around the tri-state area into Connecticut, Rhode Island, and southeastern Massachusetts, the convection of the heavy snow will be enough potentially to have a small chance of thunder snow to occur within and near the tri-state area. So that's something a lot of you actually I think a lot of you should look out for. Keep your ears open through later tonight and see if you can even catch some videos potentially of thunder snow happening. I'm definitely going to be trying to catch some videos of that. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Again, it's a small chance of that, but still there is somewhat of that chance there. For thunder snow to occur around the Big Apple and areas towards the east of that area, even along the southern New England coastline. So that's very interesting. Now, let me show you, in fact, kind of an example of this. This is the 00Z run of the European model. The 12Z run of the European model should be coming out quite soon, but I'm just using the 00Z model at the moment since the 12Z run hasn't come out yet. But I'll just show you the overall kind of potential of where I think the general severe thunder snow potential is. You see, moving this forward, we were starting around this time around 2 p.m. this afternoon. Now we're moving on towards around 8 p.m. You can see very, very heavy snowfall going on, even a few inch per hour rates there for southern Pennsylvania, northern Virginia, portions of very western Maryland. So again, very, very heavy snowfall is continuing to move in. The snowfall is starting up there, is kind of taking over there still, and continuing to take over for the New York City tri-state area, Connecticut, Rhode Island starting to get in on that light snowfall. Move this forward another frame. Again, you can see that, as I was saying, that thunder snow potential is there for even portions stretching from southeastern Pennsylvania, I think, through northern New Jersey into New York City, Long Island, particularly southern and central Connecticut, mostly southern Connecticut along the coast, because you can see even that pink is showing up there. That's very, very heavy snowfall. That's like potentially 2 to 3 inches or more per hour rates. And even thunder snow potential there as well for most of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts as well with those heavier snowfall rates. So again, that is generally where I'm thinking the thunder snow potential is for these areas in the northeast New England. Again, southeastern Pennsylvania up through northern New Jersey, including New York City, Long Island, all of Connecticut, particularly southern Connecticut though, Rhode Island, and southeastern Massachusetts. So, and then again, as we move forward in time, the storm starts to pull away with the lighter snowfall and it ends. So, and real quick with the 00Z run, I want to show you the total snowfall the European model is showing. Again, very, very heavy snowfall. Again, New York City, Connecticut, Rhode Island, look to see, again, around that, 15-inch mark. The European model even shows, potentially 16 inches of snowfall there for New York City. Southwestern Connecticut could see 16, 17 inches of snowfall. So very, very heavy snowfall is expected for lots of regions here, including, of course, again, bullseye for heaviest snowfall, I think, will be in central to northeastern Pennsylvania and into maybe portions of southern New York State, but areas just north of the city. So areas in southern New York State, just north of the city, will likely see that heaviest snowfall of potentially up to around that 2-foot mark. Maybe some areas, some isolated areas, could see slightly more than 2 feet. You can see even it shows it there, like 24 inches there in northeastern Pennsylvania. So again, those are some of the few things I want to bring your attention to a little bit just before this storm really starts to take over and bring tons of snow to all of these regions in the northeast and southern New England. So again, potentially there's that potential for thunder snow, and again, that area I just said of southeastern Pennsylvania into northern New Jersey, New York City, Long Island, all of Connecticut, particularly southern Connecticut along the shoreline, Rhode Island, and southeastern Massachusetts. That is, I think, where the best area for thunder snow will line up. So again, for those of you living in those areas, keep your ears open. Keep your ears keep hearing as we move into later tonight for that thunder snow, because there is that a slight potential for it. So Again, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my final video for Winter Storm Gail, right before the storm really takes over and brings all this heavy snowfall again to all of these regions in the northeast New England, including, again, New York City and Boston, and even Philadelphia potentially could see some decent snowfall. We'll have to see about Philadelphia, though, because they're, like, right on that mixing line. Baltimore and D.C., though, look to see much lighter amounts than originally expected. So, I'll keep you guys updated, and even going into tomorrow, even once the storm has started to end for most of us here in the northeast and southern New England, I'll likely put out another video kind of maybe going over how the storm did overall, and how most areas were felt with the storm, with the snowfall totals. So look out for that video tomorrow. But again, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Wanted to bring some of these interesting potential details to light for this storm, is for some areas. So hopefully you guys found that interesting. Please, again, if you did find this video interesting, consider liking the video, commenting on the video. If you're a first-time viewer and you liked what you saw in today's video, if you like winter weather-related videos, snowstorm, snowfall-related videos, I will do tons of these videos going through the rest of this winter on my channel. So please consider subscribing. Hit that bell notification to keep notifications on for my channel so you get daily videos, especially going throughout the rest of this winter for daily updates on potential snowstorms. So again, really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!